It's oversaturated as heck.
Mm-hmm.
We did a video yesterday, and although Uber CEO says we need more drivers, of course you need more drivers because it fits your bill. Your way of making money is diametrically opposed of me making money. I want as little drivers as possible. You want as many drivers as possible. So, just even there, we have a conflict of interest, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's our first topic today,
Well,
sir?
we are going to be talking about oversaturation right away. So
Okay, let's
we'll
do
get
that.
right into that. And the thing is, it's not just, us talking about it or drivers talking about it. No, this is actually straight from the news.
Yeah,
So this is something that is pretty much going to be happening. And, it's something that we kind of predicted because it's the low cost of entry. It's the barrier to entry is, you got to be a certain age, you got to have four doors, a working car within, 15 years, 10 years, depending on where you are. That's going to be kind of dependent on location, but the cost of entry is very minimal, and more
yeah,
people are looking at rideshare, food delivery, last mile delivery, all these different apps, all these different side hustles that you can do.
yeah,
And with layoffs pretty much imminent, with the global economy kind of slowing down, tightening up. We've already seen it because of the pandemic, because of the supply chain shortages, because of this perfect storm of everything going on. Basically, it's going to come down to if people can't make enough money to pay their bills, put food on the table, they're going to have to find something else. And, honestly, something like rideshare and food delivery and that can be very appealing because you can kind of go on and off at your leisure, your schedule. And they really marketed themselves well for
yeah,
the first 10 years, saying, hey, go on when you want, go off when you want. This is your side hustle.
yeah,
So that's still in people's minds.
yeah. But even that way, Chris, people need to watch their bottom line. You're in it to make money. I know cash flow. There are two questions here: being profitable or having cash flow. Right? Cash flow to pay your bills, and then you're borrowing on the equity of your car to do so. Okay, if you're that desperate, obviously you have to do what you have to do. We always encourage what's on top of my head: decline garbage and knowing your worth. Now, if a DoorDash or Uber Eats sends me a $3 order, it's a no go, right? Because after expenses, I'm losing money on that deal. But if you're that desperate that you have to put some cash together to make up the rent or your car note, what can I say? It is what it is. And this article is, thank you, Devo Master. So this article came out January 3rd, like a couple, 3 days ago, a week ago. We're always like a few days behind on these articles because the show is on Tuesdays anyway. This is what I've been saying on this show for the last 2.5 months. Now the mainstream media is catching up to it. It's reality. I mean, the companies are loving this. Okay. They are truly, absolutely loving this. It's a tailwind for them because they have all the drivers they need and they don't have to put out bonuses and quests and any other bonus actually. So their costs are going down because the biggest cost of Uber, Lyft, DoorDash is the driver, right? So until those robots or AVs come around, we're the biggest cost. Let's say we're half of the cost anyway. 50%, they take the commission on, and this is reality. So the pie actually also may be shrinking too, right? The pie meaning the demand or the consumer base. And it doesn't seem like that's happening yet, but it will happen inevitably if a recession hits. And then what's happening is that the mouths that need to feed off of that pie are going higher and higher and higher, meaning there are more and more drivers on the road than I can ever remember. In fact, we did the video, we brought it out yesterday, Chris. There were close to 150 comments, all 150 different drivers. Unequivocally, there was not one that says market's undersaturated. They all were saying, and I'm talking, it had to be 150 different cities, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not all these people are not stupid. They're seeing what they're seeing in their own markets, from East Coast to West Coast to North to South. Markets are oversaturated. And just like Chris said, it's difficult at these times to make extra cash, and barriers to entry is low. And you go in there, get in your car, do a few deliveries or a few rideshare trips, and make $100 or $200 that you need during the weekend. That's adding to the density of drivers. Uber and Lyft and DoorDash and Grubhub and Instacart, they're all loving this because in the old days when there was a shortage, they would scramble, had to put out major bonuses to get drivers back in their cars. Now they don't have to do any of that. We saw that even in New Year's, although New Year's, it didn't make a difference. The quests were garbage. So, and every dollar that they don't have to put out in bonuses is going down in their bottom line. So I expect, Uber and Lyft and DoorDash to do well in this upcoming quarter because their costs are controlled, not by something they're doing, by something that the economy is just giving them a hand, actually. Although the other end of the spectrum is that if demand goes down, then they're going to suffer badly. The drivers are going to suffer anyway on a long winter, but I think these companies will suffer as well if the demand goes down. So
and that's what we talked about too. Is before DK said, "Oh, Uber is recession proof." From a driver standpoint, absolutely. If the economy is bad, you're going to have more drivers. If the economy is good, you're going to have less drivers. In that aspect. But when it comes to a downturn in the economy, people are going to have to cut out certain expenses. Food delivery is probably going to be the first because how expensive it can actually get. Instead of go just picking up your phone, ordering. No, you might actually have to walk down the street to actually get your order or your convenience store order. Or you might have to get in your car and go pick up your food because it's going to be cheaper that way. So people are going to find ways to cut costs. And that's going to be definitely the first thing that's probably going to start dropping. And then the second thing is probably rideshare, because if you have less money to do things, you're not going to be going out as much, or you're going to be scaling back on what you're doing during these times. So maybe you don't have to go out and drive or find a second job or something like that. So I think as many layoffs have not come yet, as the economy has forecasted this and people have been already preparing, I think a lot you're going to see turning around is going to be the unrealized portion of what's about to come. And I think that's going to again, dry up the demand for not only just food delivery, but also rideshare.
I think I'm seeing this already. I've been doing deliveries as well over the last 6 months. I think I did my 800th delivery last weekend.
Nice.
And the frequency of ordering is quite low at the moment. Before I would get ping after ping. Now I'm not getting that. But what I'm also seeing is that, in delivery, by the way, Uber, DoorDash allow you to see the passenger receipt or the customer receipt, especially on Uber. The frequency is going down, but Uber's take rate has gone through the roof on these. In fact, I'm working on an article for those 800 trips. Initially, their take rate was not that much. They would make like a couple of bucks here and there on each delivery. And now on every single delivery, they're making a lot more than me, whatever they're paying me on my base rate. So what I'm thinking is that the frequency of ordering is going down, but to make up their revenue numbers, they're charging a lot more. And I'm also seeing that on the rideshare side as well. The frequency is going down. So in order to make their revenue fit for the upcoming quarter, what they're doing is they're just charging up the ass to these customers and passengers. I'm telling you, some of these receipts I'm seeing is just blows my mind, right? And I'm not even talking about now how much they're keeping and then what they're paying the driver, what they're charging for the job that's in front of me, right? A 5-mile trip is costing like $50 now. That's $10 a mile, bro. So to me, we gotta wait and see. I agree with you, Norma, but we'll see. January definitely is a slow time after holidays. People are all spent out. They spent all their credit cards balances, available balances on gifts and things like that. But yes, January is usually slow, but colleges and schools are about to open or open in most cities anyway. I'm seeing a little bit of a better movement in the mornings as far as surge is concerned. Last couple of mornings was pretty decent, but the rain also helps, we'll see. We'll see where we're going to go. I'm keeping hope alive, keep hope alive, so.
Yeah, absolutely. But going on beyond that, this is where we talk about, different strategies and things that you can do in order to ride out this winter, so to speak, which could last into summer and maybe into next year. All right. Thanks for watching. That short little clip was from our live stream, Show Me the Money Club with Sergio and myself, Tuesdays, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. Make sure you subscribe, turn on all notifications so you'll be notified when we go live, as well as all of our awesome content. Make sure to check out this video right here, which will take you to the entire live stream, or check out this video right there. All right, drive smart, everyone.